Welcome to episode 13, everybody. We're talking about how I raged out today because the Unreal Engine was not working with me. Mm-hmm. For those of you who don't know what the Unreal Engine is...
did we start?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
I wanted to see how long it would take you to notice. I said welcome to the episode.
I obviously missed that. Over here just indulging in Jello.
So anyways, today I was trying to do something. I was trying to make a video game, basically, and there was a glitch that was keeping me from doing that. And I... What?
Sorry, I wasn't listening at all to what you were saying.
Oh my god.
I'm still not aware that it started. So I saw this thing, and it was like, imagine if people were born with traits based on their zodiac signs. And they were like, so like Aries had ram horns and hooves, like a satire and shit. How rad would that be? And then someone else was like, I would be a giant fucking crab.
Also, Cancer wouldn't be a very good...
That's a crab.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Zodiac signs.
Oh.
So wouldn't he just have Cancer then?
No. It's
it was the traits
like
of the
physical traits of it. So that's why the one would have giant fucking ram horns and hooves.
Somehow that's not as funny.
Yeah. Just be a giant fucking crab. I just don't even know what a Capricorn is. It's like a goat mermaid.
It is?
Something like that.
I have no idea. I know Pisces is a fish.
Gemini's just twins, so you just get a twin.
This Jello is really good.
Oh, thank you.
So we want to talk about it today, Sal. Because my story clearly wasn't that interesting.
Sorry. Yeah, look at him. He looks adorable.
Yeah, I'd be a Capricorn.
That goat is just... Oh, you don't get to just be one.
Oh.
Wait, when's your birthday?
Fuck that. I think I'm a Leo.
Yeah, see, a goat mermaid thing.
Interesting.
Like, that's how I see most... Yeah, that's how I see most of them.
It's very weird.
Yeah, it's like the worst combination of two.
Look up September 23rd, see what sign I am. I think I'm either a Leo or a Scorpio, but I don't really pay attention to that because it's
not a big deal.
Because it's dumb and made up.
What was yours? September what? September what?
September 23rd.
Oh, God, where's that?
I think I'm a Leo. They changed it, though.
Why are they not in order?
There's like a different...
You're a Libra.
Libra. Wait.
Libra. Which is just a scale, like a balance.
Oh, cool. So
yours would just...
So I'd just be sitting there.
2 plates hanging from your arms?
Yep. I'd just be sitting there just like, put stuff on me, I guess.
Be a giant
I'll weigh it.
Crab.
I'm glad that tickled you so much, Sal.
Well, because the person that put it also, they were Aquarius, and they're like, I'd just be water. It's just like, what the fuck?
We're all 75% Aquarius.
Well,
or 70%.
You know what we should do one day, Kemp?
What should we do, Sal?
We should play video games.
Yeah.
So I could justify owning these.
Because you haven't gotten to it yet. Let's talk about video games.
Okay.
I don't know if I think we have before.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee come out this Friday.
Detective Pokemon is a thing now.
Yeah.
I am excited for that. I wish Danny DeVito was the voice of Pikachu, but I guess dreams can't come true. The entire internet wanted it.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds. So.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm okay with it. I just can't imagine that sexy body on a Pikachu. That's haunting. That Psyduck is terrifying.
Oh my god, he's like fuzzy.
And he stares at you like he does in the anime, but it's not as scary in the anime.
Yeah.
In the movie, he's just like looking through you. He's like, please stop.
Yeah, he's like, he's fucking Psyduck. Ugh.
It's terrifying.
I don't know much about Pokemon. I never got into it like you guys did. I kind of dropped off after like the 3rd generation, and I never had any of the video games. So
I think I told you this too, that you can borrow it and play.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
That's kind of sucks because the fourth generation was probably one of my favorites, and you missed it like by one generation.
Name a Pokemon in that, because I might be completely
Like Infernape. It's probably one of the most popular ones.
Doesn't sound.
Staraptor.
Nope.
They gave a lot of evolutions to like the first
Name a
generation.
legendary.
Dialga, Arceus,
No.
Palkia, Darkrai.
You fucking nerd.
Those were like the big one. That one was the one that gave like. I think that one was gonna end it.
What was the one with like the cat, or like the? It was like
all
a.
of them have cats.
What?
All of them have cats. I think.
Well, I mean, like the legendary. So, like the movie that I liked growing up was the one where with the unknown and the little girl.
Oh, and Entei, the big
Is that what it's
dog
called?
It's
like a
that
dog
created, like, a
lion
crystal
looking
castle.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool movie. I like that movie.
I like how you described him as a cat.
And he was, wasn't he? He was like
I mean-
he's like a lion. That's how I viewed him as a kid, anyway.
Yeah, but you say cat, and I think of a house cat. And
Yeah,
like,
when I said cat, I immediately thought of Meowth or Persia.
yeah,
Is that the name?
Persian, but yeah,
Persian, yeah.
super racist. Yeah, they just care.
But yeah, so
No, like the fourth generation was cool because that was the one where they gave the creation of the universe. So they had the legendaries were God, and then
jeez.
the ruler of time, and another one for space.
And you said that was gonna end it,
I think that's what they were going for.
and then people were just like, "No!"
And they were just like, yeah, but like money. It's just like, where do you go from there? Like, who trumps God? It was a lot. But they had really cool legendaries, that one. Like I said, they had one for time, one for space, one for God, one that's really unsure still. Some people say antimatter. Other people say it was like gravity.
Oh.
I'm more towards antimatter.
See, this all sounds cool, but like I can't.
He's pretty fucking cool.
I can't like relate, and so I'm just like, oh, neat.
He was like from another dimension.
Oh,
and,
nice.
like,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
And there was probably a movie about it. I
Yeah,
imagine.
there was, yeah.
Is there a movie for
And he
all?
fought a fucking little hedgehog thing, which
I know.
like there's this big ass. He's like a ghost dragon type,
Yeah.
and he's just flying around trying to destroy things, flying in and out of dimensions. And there's just this tiny hedgehog that can fit in your hand with flowers on the back of it.
That beats
And
it.
like they fought, yeah, they fought constantly, and I was just like, why? Does this make sense?
Interesting.
One was like a ruler of his own dimension, and then you just have a flowery hedgehog. And when it got the right flower, it changes forms so then it can fly.
Oh wow.
And I was like, "That, you're not the same."
There's a garbage Pokemon, right?
Yeah, but there's been a slime Pokemon since the beginning, so
Yeah, but like,
Who's
wasn't this
literally
garbage Pokemon like actually a trash can with trash in it?
no, it was an actual like
Garbage bag.
Yeah,
With garbage in it.
yeah.
What was its power?
He was a poison type, so he just shot
Garbage.
like he had a move literally called Gunk Shot.
Wow. What
Yeah.
did he eat garbage? Like, is that how he got big, or?
I don't know. They all just evolve.
It all sounds very well. Like I knew that, but like,
So like you don't see the evolution. You're just like, oh, you're just bigger now.
what does he eat?
I don't know. Probably garbage. Yeah, that would make sense.
It's just like,
Himself. Yeah.
wow.
Like I said though, first generation literally had Grimer, and its evolved form was just a bigger Grimer.
A bigger Grimer.
And he was just purple sludge.
Did you ever you were into Yu-Gi-Oh too, right?
For the beginning, yeah.
Okay. It was fun. I remember when I feel like I've talked about this on the podcast before. I remember when the old movie house or like the rental place in Seneca, they used to sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but it was always in Japanese. And so I have like a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are duplicates and in Japanese. I don't know what they say.
Damn.
Yeah, but they're really cool. I had one Yu-Gi-Oh card. I think it was like Slyther or something. It didn't have like the logos on the back of the card, and I always was like, "Oh, that's super rare." And I think I stole it from a kid, actually.
Turns out it's just fake.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much just counterfeit.
That's funny.
But yeah.
I would love for you to get back in Pokemon. It's a lot of fun.
I probably won't be able to. I was into Pokemon Go real hard for those like few months, and then I dropped off.
Well, the worst part is like I have the newest games, and I sold all the other ones leading up to it because they stopped making them for the 3DS anyway.
Right.
And so I was like, "There's no point. It's not like I keep moving them forward." So I was like, "Fuck it." But I kept the newest ones because they're the newest ones. I accidentally sold the one that I had all my Pokemon in. Like I thought I had it in regular Sun, like the Sun version.
Right.
And it turns out, or sorry, I thought I had them all in Ultra Sun, which is the newest one, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Mm-hmm. And it turns out I had them all in the regular Sun version. And when I sold them all, I sold every one of my Pokemon.
It's okay. So.
And I was putting them all in there. And I was like, after I looked at it, and I was like, oh, they're not in my game. Oh, they must be in the cloud storage. And I looked in the cloud storage, and there was like 2. And I was like,
no.
I was legit only missing 6.
Oh, no.
6.
How many hours was that?
Oh, probably a lot, like hundreds.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, like it was. But I also liked playing it just in general. So, yeah, and I don't like to cheat. So like those were all like legit caught ones, or like they had a Wonder Trade feature where you just pick one of your Pokemon and trade it away, and some other random person around the world would pick one of theirs and trade it away. And you would just get each other's.
Right.
And so sometimes you'll get a stupid Caterpie, and then other times some people would send out legendaries. So it's quite possible I had bad Pokemon that way, where like I got someone's fake one.
Right.
But like I'd go all out and like hatch eggs to get the right ones and like level them up myself. And then at one point in time I had 2 3DSs, so I would trade it myself. They had to trade to evolve because I'm a loser. And then the legendaries, they had a year of legendary where they were giving out every month. They would give out a legendary Pokemon, and they did the same thing for the mythical Pokemon, which is like Mew and Celebi. And so like I had almost everyone.
Bummer.
I'm bitter at myself. I actually don't play it anymore because it reminds me that I lost.
Just opening up new wounds.
Yeah, it really is that bad.
I've had games like that before. Assassin's Creed Unity was that way for me, but not because I had like completed it, but because I couldn't complete it. There was one quest that I couldn't, like I tried everything and I couldn't complete it, and I was like, well, guess that's a wasted $60.
This is a good run.
That's a great run. I should probably like
Try again.
sell that to GameStop. No, not try again. I don't want to go through that pain again. Apparently the newest Assassin's Creeds are really good, according to Sammy, and he would know. He and I were like super big into Assassin's Creed during high school.
I couldn't do it.
And then they're really fun. Like I think they're really fun. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's boring walking around," and sometimes it is. But like Black Flag, where you're a pirate, that shit's fun. I almost completed that entire game. But Unity just left a bad taste in my mouth. So
I don't even remember which one I bought, but I got one on Black Friday, and I really tried, and I was just
so bored.
I got bored, and then I'd just run around trying to kill people, and then it would just
you can.
I basically turned it into like a medieval Grand Theft Auto, and then I was like, yeah, this isn't okay. Bye.
It used to be like kind of a historically accurate little romp, but then it started falling into the trap that most video game franchises do, and they start releasing every year and they get shitty, and then Unity comes along and everybody's like, well, this is what you get, and then they stop for a year and now they're back at it. So
it's like they went to rehab.
Pretty much. They went to rehab and now they're back, just back on the streets.
This is such a 180 flip, but have you seen A Star Is Born?
I haven't. I was actually going to ask you if you've seen Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, and I'm down to watch it if you want.
How was A Star Is Born?
I cried like a baby.
There was... Why? Don't tell me. I might want to see it. Yeah, cool. So it was a good movie.
Yeah, no, it was good. You could definitely tell that Bradley Cooper directed it because there were some unnecessary scenes, and the cuts were hard. It doesn't take away from the movie because the movie's like still a good time. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I knew Bradley Cooper directed it going in, so I was like, pass. It's a pass.
Yeah.
but
Lady Gaga makes it better.
It's very obvious, and I did appreciate the fact that like, so like A Star Is Born is like this is like the fourth time they redid it, and every time they change it the story a little bit, but they have like
really?
main plots, yeah. And I liked how this one they kind of had inklings in there of Lady Gaga's like real life. So like one of her things is like the people in the industry said she wasn't pretty enough because of her
had too big of a nose and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so they incorporated that into the story because it's her acting. So
which like that's really interesting to me that because she doesn't look like she has a big nose.
Oh, she does. Like
Does
you'll see
she?
it in the movie too. You're like, oh, okay,
maybe
yeah.
I'm used to seeing her like weird pictures where she's being weird.
Yeah, but so it's little things like that I appreciated because I kind of knew about Lady Gaga going in too, and I was like, see what you did there. The only thing I wish they would have done was put in Lady Gaga songs, but they didn't because there was a.
Well, I mean, it wasn't Lady Gaga.
Yeah, exactly. But they could have used it because they had real actors or real singers and stuff like that in there too.
Oh.
Playing people. Like they had Alec Baldwin on like SNL, I think, something like that, because he does stuff like that. And then there's like a Grammy scene, and they have Halsey doing the Grammy because they have musicians give Grammys to other musicians.
I don't know who Halsey is.
She's a singer.
Oh,
fine. I'm kind of surprised you don't though, really.
Never heard of her.
I bet you probably heard some of her songs. But,
maybe.
We'll move on from that. So just little things like that. But there was one scene in particular where she was like talking about leaving or whatever, and she was like, she said something where she said 1,000,000 reasons. And I was like, this would be a perfect time to sing your song, 1,000,000 Reasons. And she didn't.
And you're just like, well.
And they're just like, nope, missed opportunity.
0 out of 5.
Little things like that. Like, I think they could have just picked that one, and there was one other one. Like, they have 3 pop songs in there that they specifically wrote to sound like generic pop songs. And I was like, you guys could have just picked Lady Gaga's pop songs. Not that her songs are, like, generic pop, but they're, like, you hear them, they're distinctively pop.
Yeah.
And so, at least from our early days. Mm-hmm. Like, you could definitely be like, yeah, that's, like, they could have put Paparazzi in there.
Yeah.
They could have put in, maybe not Bad Romance. That wouldn't have fit with the movie, I don't think, too much. I will say, if you are going to watch it, though, don't listen to the soundtrack because you will be like, oh, okay. Not only will you be kind of lost. Yeah, you'll be kind of lost, too.
Okay.
But they have, like, dialogues on the soundtrack, too.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, some parts. But they're, like, 30-second dialogue. Some of them are, like, 10 seconds. But it still gives away some of the movie.
I see.
And then there's a couple songs in there that give away a lot of the movie. So I wouldn't do that. But it was really good. Cool. It was really good.
You can definitely listen to the music for Bohemian Rhapsody because it's been out for years. And it gives away none of the story.
I'm actually going in for the story because, all right, sharpen up your pitchforks. I don't really like their main song for that.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't like it.
You don't like... Oh, you don't like Bohemian Rhapsody, the song. Why not? That's interesting. Why not, Sal?
Because
Explain yourself, you son of a bitch.
It's fucking weird. It's all over the place. And
you should watch the movie.
I understand that.
Okay, because
I'm
because
interested in the movie.
It'll make you like... I've had songs where I'm just like, and then I like see them in a different context, and I'm like, oh, I actually love that song now. But you should definitely see it because then it'll make you think, oh, cool. Bohemian Rhapsody was like, that was the song that, and this isn't really, well, it's kind of spoiling it, but it happened, so you can look it up. But but like the agent or like the owner, I can't remember what.
Yeah, the scene from the trailer where they say don't do this.
Yeah.
And it's too long.
Yeah, that was the one. They essentially fired him there because he wouldn't do it, and they walked away. And they're like, "You will forever be known as the man who lost Queen." And then later on, when they're huge, they cut to that guy, and he's just sitting in his chair watching on TV, like. It's really funny, and Mike Myers plays him, and it's like. Whoa, like I couldn't even tell until he started yelling in a Scottish accent, and I was like, oh, it's Shrek.
Oh my god. So did you know that Mike Myers is confirmed, like they're going to do Austin Powers 4?
Yes, I did hear about that.
Your voice cracked.
It did it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You want to know.
Call me out anyway.
10 seconds and you'll hear it.
But I did hear about that, and they're also remaking Shrek.
Oh, they are?
They're rebooting it, I've heard, and it's being made by Illumination, and that makes me very angry because they are the ones who made like Minions and all those, and I'm just like, I hope they don't turn it to crap. But then I realized my initial reaction when I heard that was like, ah, God, why are they rebooting Shrek? That doesn't need to be rebooted. And then I look back and it's 17 years old.
Yeah, no,
Like
it's
that's
been a bit.
that's an old movie, and I'm just like, oh, maybe.
That,
But
and honestly, they only did good jobs for the first and second one.
yes, I agree.
So there's like a lot they could do there.
Yeah, I think the fourth one was in that was like 2009, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just started putting them out like like every 2 years. It felt like after they, struck gold.
Yeah, and same with Ice Age. That's the same company.
That thing dropped off like immediately though.
Well, I like the second and third one. I never saw the fourth one, and I think there's a
like
fifth one.
fifth, yeah.
There's the first one. There's Meltdown. There's the dinosaur one,
Yep.
which I like that one, and then
Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I didn't mind that one.
and then
there was the
Continental with the pirates.
Yep, and then there was
The alien one, I
Yeah.
think, and I haven't seen the fourth or the fifth. Maybe I should just because, but like, I don't know. I saw they had Nicki Minaj in one of them, and I was like, fucking why?
Yeah, that was the third one, wasn't it?
Mm,
No, it was the
no.
fourth one. It was after
It was
they left.
yeah.
Because they had their stupid rat friends.
Yeah, they were one of the little mammoths.
Yeah.
But I was just like, why do you have Nicki Minaj in this? She's not. I mean, they had fucking like Ray Romano in the first one. I mean, they had him all of them, I think, but like no kid knows who Ray Romano is, and it seemed apparent that they're just like, oh, Nicki Minaj is popular. Let's put her in a movie so we can get kids to watch it
was like,
because the
let's
kids
try to
like
save
Nicki
it.
Minaj. But
Ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm so bitter about this children's cartoon.
What was I going to say?
I could just imagine. I'm amazed that Illumination even got the rights.
Oh,
from
no, that's what I
DreamWorks.
wasn't. So, like, I'm indifferent about it, mainly because, like, as much as I like Shrek, you're right, it's been a while. But the Illumination thing, I don't like Minions. But
You
from
and the
what
rest
I'm
of the internet.
aware, from what I'm aware, they've made good movies, or at least
Illumination has.
high grossing movies. Yeah,
Very successful movies, like money wise. I would say I liked
I'm
Despicable
trying to think
Me.
of what else they made because I know there was a couple in there that I thought I liked.
Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, Despicable Me 3, Minions. I'm sure there are more.
So they made The Grinch.
They're making The Grinch.
Yeah, this Grinch.
Or like it's out right now, I
Okay,
think.
so I liked The Secret Life of Pets.
I never saw that.
I liked Sing.
Never saw that.
I liked The Lorax.
I did see that. That was weird. It was kind of dumb,
I
actually.
liked it though. I also liked it because one of the guys on deployment with me, they all kept growing out deployment mustaches, and so he looked like the Lorax.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Lorax had Danny DeVito in it, so I kind of liked it too. But
mean-
like, it was still weird, and I was like, eh.
half their movies are Despicable Me esque.
Oh yeah.
And the first part I never seen.
The which part?
They were also Minion movies.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
Banana, Orientation Day, and Home Makeover. I'm pretty sure those were like short films.
Those were definitely short films. I actually saw like the big Minions movie.
And then they had Hop, which I've never seen. So
Hop.
I don't know
Oh,
what that is.
with the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, looks
That.
like it.
Oh, that was a long ass time ago. It was.
2011.
I think I kind of liked it, but like it wasn't a good movie.
So essentially, the ones that I know about, like I'm just not a big fan of Despicable Me, so like I'm not gonna hold it against them because
Right.
like just even the Minions themselves, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But maybe as a kid I would have liked it, so that's why I'm not holding it against it. So really, they're about bat in half.
Yeah.
And then the Grinch hasn't come out yet. Well, I guess it has now.
It
but
did
I haven't
come out.
watched it.
I don't know what the grossing, like how much they made, but
No idea. I didn't watch
that
the
one
review for
doesn't
that
look
yet.
too bad actually. I think I might want to see that one.
But that's why I'm indifferent because I do like Sing. I like the Lorax and I like the Secret Life of Pets. So
It's got
I'm okay.
Benny Bob Cumberbatch in it.
I hate that people do that.
Why? It's fun.
I know people think it's fun. Not like
I just
actually
don't like-
upset. I just don't think about doing that. I'm just like, his name is this.
Your brain's just like, fuck you. Fuck you having fun.
Less of that, it's more of like that's a conscious thing that I think about. It's more of like I just think of it and say like, oh, say his name, and then when I hear people like purposely fuck it up like that, I'm just like, how do you guys even think to do that like on your own?
You're just mad. So you're mad that you don't have the punch?
It pisses me off. I don't even know exactly what I'm doing. But that's like a part that triggers it. Is that like I
Like,
hear
oh,
that
why
and I'm
didn't I
just-
think of that funny thing?
Shut up.
Have you seen all the Sherlock Holmes with him?
No, because I don't care for it.
What? They're really good.
It's not my thing.
Oh, well, like, it's fine that you're wrong. It's just.
How am I wrong that it's not my? I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I just don't want to watch it.
I'm
Like I haven't
kidding.
even seen it.
Wait, not the movie.
Oh, then
The-
definitely no.
The TV show
Then definitely no.
with Cumberbatch.
Then-
You haven't seen that? It's on Netflix.
I was like, I'm gonna say no one more time and see if you catch the drift.
were you thinking of the Robert Downey Jr. one?
Yes.
And
I
you
just-
didn't like that one.
I didn't watch them.
Oh,
it's
I
not
thought-
my cup of tea. So like, I'm not gonna go and watch it.
But you like Robert Downey Jr., right?
I don't despise him, but I really only know him from Iron Man. So.
I think you would like it. Knowing you.
Maybe it'd be one of those things where I'd probably have to watch it because someone else already had it on. I would never purposely watch it.
I'm just gonna invite you over and be like, "Oh, look what's on the TV."
Oh, just sit down.
Sit down now.
Speaking of that, I found my hard drive from deployment.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fucking movies on there.
What you gonna say? I have a lot of fucking porn on there. That's what I was waiting for you to say. Oh.
So like I hooked it up to my TV, and I was been watching it.
Nice.
I have basically things leading up to Thor Ragnarok is about where it cut off.
You have every movie ever leading up to Thor
Not
Ragnarok.
every movie ever, but a lot of movies that I like.
Mhm.
So like,
What's the last one you watched
what do you mean?
on the hard drive? What's the last one you watched?
Oh, Avengers. That's why I told you about the thing,
Oh, what?
the theory that I had.
Oh, okay. I wasn't making that connection until you said that. But yeah.
That's cool. What are you doing? So, quick announcement. This is probably the first time Kent's going to hear about it, but he's probably not going to be surprised. He probably just hasn't thought that far ahead.
Probably.
We're not going to have a podcast episode for the week of Thanksgiving because it's the week of Thanksgiving.
Where will you be?
I will be in South Dakota.
Okay, then yeah.
And I won't even be here starting Friday
Mhm.
around like 3:30.
Okay.
And I won't be back for like a week. Yeah, for all the strangers that want to break in, thank God you don't know where I live. But
If you want, I mean, how much homework do you have tonight?
tonight,
Yeah.
not a lot, but I'm supposed to call Bryce when we're done.
Okay.
So
Well, I was gonna suggest that.
film a double feature.
Well, I'm free tomorrow. Are you free tomorrow night?
Whoa, ooh. What time at night?
It would be like about this time.
Yes-ish.
Okay.
Um,
It could be slightly later too because I won't need to edit it until Tuesday. So
I have class at 7:20. Or
And the-
class till 7:20.
okay.
So like if you come here around like 7:45, it should be fine.
So normal time.
So I was trying to think, and I don't think I'm flying at night tomorrow because I'm just doing a regular cross country tomorrow in the afternoon.
I mean, yeah. If you
And then
want.
and then I was thinking like, oh, I had to go to the gym tomorrow night, but I was told that I can't work on anything during my 2-hour break in the morning, so I'll just go to the gym in the morning during that 2 hours. So,
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah. we can
So
plan on
what
that.
Sal
Never
just
mind.
said, never mind.
Figure out, I guess. Whatever. Fuck me.
We're gonna keep the streak going until we can't do it anymore.
Um,
Which is when, Sal?
Oh, it's not official, but it's
Oh.
basically official.
Okay.
Probably about halfway through December, I'll be done because I'll be moving.
Yep, Sal's moving to South Dakota, so we'll put a pause, and when he comes back, if he wants to keep doing it, we can. But I don't know, man. Time might change, and we might
As it
grow
does.
apart, and yeah, well, we might change. Time will go on, and I don't know.
Time will say we never cared.
Yeah.
Just keep moving.
We had one bout of guests on our channel. I told Jake that he could be a guest on the channel, but that would have been scheduled for around January. So like, not gonna happen.
Is he coming down here in January or something?
Well, not anymore. He probably would have. Actually, I hadn't planned that far ahead. I don't know what the. I don't know what we would have done, but I know I had him on the hook. I was just like, hey, if you want to be on a guest, could you do it this day? And he was like, yeah. But now it doesn't matter, so it's fine.
Oh, I didn't plan that far ahead. I just had this plan this far ahead.
I didn't have the minutia of it planned out.
I had 12% of a plan.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I think you're mixing. I think you're mixing
Guardians of the Galaxy.
an Iron Man or an Avengers, who
No.
because
They're talking about, they were like, how much of a plan? And he's like, 12%. They're like, that's barely a plan. And he's like, that's barely
then does
an
Iron
idea.
Man say, or does Tony
He's
say
like,
that?
I have a plan.
No. When Tony and Pepper are talking in Avengers, when Pepper's like, 12, I do 12% of the work, or like Tony's like, I do. Do you remember that
He's
part?
like, I do all the heavy lifting, and he's
Right.
like, I literally do all the heavy lifting.
And then something about 12%, wasn't it?
They might have done it twice then. but-
Interesting. We should watch all the movies
Yeah,
again.
we should just start from the beginning. And
in
see-
honor of Stan Lee.
Oh, it makes me mad.
That he died?
Yeah, such a piece of shit.
Fuck him for being 90 fucking
That's
5 years
not even
old.
what I was gonna say. No, like, so I have on my hard drive everything Iron Man 1 all the way through till right before Spider-Man Homecoming. God, I don't know why, but like, I don't want to watch that movie again.
Homecoming?
I think it was just because of how soon it was, and like
Oh, wait. What?
like how recent it's been, and it's not like the funniest movie. Like Thor Ragnarok, I could probably watch again and still be fine because it's still hilarious.
Oh, I love Thor Ragnarok. Spider-Man's okay. It's
Like, I don't not like Spider-Man, but
Yeah, like,
some
I
of it
really
had
like
to
the
do with,
movie.
like the surprise aspect of like some of the things a suit can do, which are not surprises for me anymore, and then like the reveal of who Vulture is.
Oh, you're saying
like
that it
that.
was so good,
Yeah.
and now you know all the turns, and it's like, well,
And it's like similar to like Winter Soldier, where like Winter Soldier was really good because of all the
all the
plot
twists and stuff.
shit like
yeah.
that. And the only reason I'm able to still go back and watch that is because the action is phenomenal.
Yeah. And then Infinity War.
It's just pure geeking out, and then you just skip past the part where Gamora talks to Thanos,
Yeah.
and then you're good again. That like it like grinds the movie to a halt in that
The
point.
part where they're talking with Nebula, or like
yeah, where they're just
right before that.
where after he captured her and like they're talking on the ship, and then he goes to find Nebula, and then they immediately go to Vormir to get the
You thought
Soul
that
Stone.
grounded to a halt?
Yeah, like pacing wise, because everything else was like bam, 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 bam. Like it literally starts with Thor and Hulk getting their ass handed to him. Loki dies. Then sorry for everyone that hasn't watched it, all two of you.
Oh yeah, fucking
Based off the $2 billion box office number.
who amongst our friends who are subscribed have not seen it?
Maybe Leanna.
I bet she's probably seen it. Sorry,
But
Leanna.
yeah, so they go straight from that, straight into a fight in New York, straight into a fight in London.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just like bam, 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 bam.
And then it's just like, okay, breather.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
it's straight into a little bit of exposition, but like moves at a fast pace really quick. To straight into another fight. It was just, yeah, there was a lot, and then it just stops, and you're just like, "Where's the Soul Stone? I love you. No, you don't. You can't love.
You can't love.
And you're just like, that's weird because I didn't kill you.
I spared your life, therefore I love you.
It's stupid.
I love you, so I'm gonna throw you off a cliff. Well, and cry about it while it happens.
I did watch. So one of my favorite movie reviewers, Grace, love you. She was talking about it, and she was like, "I just can't believe how dumb Gamora is." And, like, to think that Thanos didn't actually like. She was like, "I get that in her mind, that's not love, but for her not to be smart enough to comprehend that for Thanos that is real love."
I see.
And she got mad at the way Gamora worded it because she was just like, finally the universe is like saying no to you, and she was like, actually no, the universe made him the luckiest man in the world.
Yeah.
He just happened to bring you, the one person he loves, to where he needs to go.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
throw you off a cliff. It was funny. I liked it. I didn't word it right, but it was good.
Right.
Right.
What's the next one's Avengers 4, right?
Captain Marvel.
Oh shit. When's that? March?
March, yeah.
Sweet.
I think it actually releases on like International Women's Day.
Black Panther was released this year. You believe that? That happened this year.
Same with Infinity War.
Same with Infinity War. Like, holy shit.
Infinity War is less than a year away.
It's been a long ass freaking year so far.
And Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was like a ripple.
Yeah, that's kind of an unmemorable movie,
I really-
honestly. Both Ant-Mans are. It's fun, but it's just like, eh.
Other than like the Captain Marvel movie, I don't think any movie right after Infinity War, because it felt like it was right after Infinity War,
Ant-Man
would
was?
have just kind of been like a letdown based on what all just happened.
Yeah. I think it was very strategic of them to put their lowest, like, not lowest grossing, but like their not as
It's-
cool.
Yeah, it's not one that they're banking on. They're not
Yeah.
gonna use him as like the figurehead of Avengers moving forward.
Yeah, it just kind of
This way.
like Ant-Man was part of the like old Avengers, and so like they gotta put him in there.
So, mainly because I like thinking about Wasp because she's a badass, and I loved watching her fight. And I'm also really hoping they don't just drop Ghost, because I love watching Ghost do anything.
Mm-hmm.
The actress for it talked about doing like she really wants to do an all-female Avengers.
Okay.
And a lot of people were like, well, how does that work? Like, how do you justify not having Thor? How do you justify like not having these people on it?
Yeah, like it's a good like great, but like
So I thought a way around that.
Okay.
If they did something to where they kind of did on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they bring that Asgardian that can manipulate men.
oh.
If they did something like that on a bigger scale, and they did it as a full-fledged female Avengers movie, because they have to fight the male Avengers and then eventually the female Asgardian.
So then a second Civil War?
Yes-ish. Like, it'll be more of the males are aware, but they have to stay back, so like they wouldn't be there, so they wouldn't get mind controlled, and just pick like a couple males that they could fight off. Like, I'm thinking maybe Iron Man, assuming he lives, and potentially Thor, because I'd love to see Captain Marvel go toe to toe with Thor if she's really as strong as she says she is,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I think it's a neat concept, but I feel like it would get bad review only because it's like
That's why I was thinking.
not that it's all female. Well, I mean, yes,
I think
obviously.
there's going to be immediately people thinking that it's
Yeah,
just
but like mostly because it's just like okay, like it's not natural. It doesn't meld into the story well enough.
yeah, that's why I'm.
Like, oh, we just fought Thanos, everybody's dead. Oh, now there's a lady controlling men, and it's like
Yeah, no, I don't think it should be like an Avengers movie. I think it should be so they're also
like a little
thinking,
short or
like just a standalone movie real quick.
oh.
And then there's other movies that Kevin Feige talked about doing, like a Young Avengers, which they've kind of been alluding at in this, especially in Ant-Man and the Wasp, with his daughter being like, I want to be a hero,
Right.
kind of thing. And then Hawkeye already has kids, so that could be
Oh shit, I never thought of that.
yeah, so that could be someone. And then who else? They alluded at Tony Stark and Pepper Potts having a kid.
Oh yeah.
So it could just be like the next generation.
Bruce Banner and
Yeah.
oh wait, I guess
Rip Hulk and Rip Captain America. Like, they're probably not gonna have any kids.
I mean Captain
Anytime
could.
soon.
Cap could.
I don't think he will, though.
But he could. Like
Captain America is gay. Let's just be real at this point. The only person he had the hots for.
explain your reasoning.
The only person he had the hots for died. Did
He
you
had
see
the
the
hots-
kiss between him and his fucking ex-girlfriend's niece?
Yeah.
Felt forced as fuck.
Oh my god, I don't think so, Sal.
I think
He's
so.
from the 40s. It was wrong back then.
But he loves people. There were gay people in the 40s.
Well, yeah, but like I don't think Captain America was. I mean,
He started a war for Bucky.
I suppose, Sal. I suppose crazier things have happened.
He lied to Iron Man for Bucky for no reason.
I've also seen people be like, Captain America was a wife beater back in the 40s, and it was just like, it's like that's your only base. But your only base is because the kiss didn't look
No, it's a lot. Like, I'm willing to say he's bi, but I'm not willing to say he's full on straight.
I mean,
I think he's in love with Bucky.
I feel.
I just think that might be the only one even.
Okay, so honestly, I never picked up on that.
Really?
Yeah, no, not even a little bit.
Ugh.
Like, I don't think so.
It's bad. It's really bad.
I don't think so.
Like, even the reviewer that I like watching, she actually gets mad at Marvel for like queer baiting with them, because she's like, they're never gonna.
But they're not.
Yeah, she's like, they're never gonna say they're gay, because then it gets rid of like a whole fandom.
But I don't think they're queer baiting at all. I think they are. I feel like you're seeing things because you.
I don't think I am. There's so much chemistry between them that's not the
they're
same
best buds.
But it's different from him and every other member on the team, including
That's
Falcon.
because they were war buddies.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess the war for New York just didn't happen. I guess
they
Infinity
were
War
war
just
buddies.
Didn't happen.
Before that,
I guess taking down the entire.
Okay, now wait.
just didn't happen.
That's one battle. It's a big battle, but that's one battle. Whereas Bucky and Cap were in like the same patrol or whatever, and they fought several battles over years and were side by side.
Over like a year.
Well, whatever, man. They fought more than
And
one
it wasn't
battle.
even the whole time. He had to free him first, and then, like, it was World War II. We were only in World War II for like what, 2 years?
I don't think they're gay for each other, honestly.
Well, that's your opinion.
I suppose, Sal, but I've never never picked up on it.
I'm not saying you're wrong, because there's no way to know. I'm saying I disagree. If it full on comes up and they're just like, no, I don't think of you that way. Like Bucky tries to make a move and he says no, then I'm like, all right, Kent, you were right.
Yeah.
But until that happens, it always could be, and I think it is.
So if either of them are gay, it's got to be Bucky.
Really?
I don't know. I don't.
I was like, he's the one that I see least of it in.
I don't think
he just feels like a victim.
I don't see Captain America being gay at all. Like, not even a little bit.
Like, not for like, he's not like gay in the sense of like he wants to fuck hot guys. Like, I think he's gay in the sense of like he loves Bucky.
Well,
and,
why can't you just love Bucky and have him be a friend?
I feel like it's like a relation, like it's a very intimate one, and it could be just a really, really close relationship, which is why I think it's queer baiting, because it's like walking that. I think it's walking that line.
Oh, no, wait, why is it queer baiting? I'm confused.
Because it's like right there without actually going into it. There's like multiple ways to queer bait. Some of it's just having hot people.
I feel like you and others are just seeing what you want to see.
Maybe. If I really saw what I wanted to see, I would see it. But
no, I don't. No, I disagree.
We're in. I think I'll rewatch every movie that they're both in, and I will.
See, that's part of my bit. Like, I've seen all three of those movies like 5 times each, and not once was I like, oh yeah, Bucky and Cap are gay. I'm always just like, yeah, they're good. They're really good friends, and they're like brothers. That's how I see it. Perhaps me being a heterosexual male and you being a homosexual, maybe that's like.
Well, it could definitely add bias on either one of our ends.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll rewatch it because I can't think of a specific instance other than just thinking about how I felt watching it,
right?
Kind of thing.
But like I'll
rewatch it. I'll
okay.
rewatch the first, second, third, and like because I'm just thinking of all the things he's actually done for him. Like I can't go for like when he caressed his hand this way kind of thing. Like I can't think of anything like that. I'm just thinking World War I. He stopped everything, went in on his own.
World War II.
Yeah, World War II. Sorry. And saved him at the chance that Bucky Barnes might have been one of the people captured and didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the next time they're in together, he flat out was willing to let him just die. Like, let him kill him.
Oh, okay.
Just to try and get his mind back. Like, who the fuck does that? It's insane.
A brother.
I would never do that for my sisters.
Oh, that's not
like,
a sister.
They are
That's
insane.
I'm saying, yeah.
I was like, they just tried to kill. They just shot me 3 times in the stomach. You're dying.
I also can in real life pick up on stuff like that pretty easily and effectively. Like,
So can I.
when all of my I don't know, man. Maybe it's possible.
Like I said, it's just some of the things he does for him.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd go a step beyond like anything I've seen him do for even the other ones of his friends that he considers
Right.
friends or brothers or even.
Well, all the other people that he considers friends or brothers aren't alive. I feel like he would do that for any of the Howling Commandos, honestly.
Yeah, but I feel like he should be able to do that to like Falcon even, and I just
He
don't
barely
see
knows
him.
Falcon.
They've been together since 2012.
I guess there have been more years, but like Bucky was also like his childhood friend, so like.
Agreed, but like I can meet someone tomorrow and know them for a year and feel closer to them than I feel with even you.
That's fair. So
I don't know. Like I said,
it's
for
possible.
me, I see him treat him the same way he treated Peggy Carter, and not even the same way he treated Sharon Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like for me, that raises like a red flag. Like, oh, maybe it's not a like.
Maybe there's something more.
I think he liked Sharon Carter, but I don't even think the people that wrote that into the movie were like caring about that relationship.
I don't think they were either. Yeah, it is actually
like that's nothing on her. just a quick example.
like, yeah, no, they kissed and it was like, and then it stopped and it was like, oh, okay.
And that's another reason why I don't think Bucky likes him back in the same way, because like Bucky was just like,
I was actually thinking
get
that.
it.
I was
but like I do think it's one way, where Bucky's where it is like for what you're thinking, like you're just a really great friend. Yeah, I've been there for your entire life, kind of thing. Because I really think Bucky sees him as an older or as a younger brother that he has to protect. Mm-hmm. But the flip side, I don't think Cap sees him as an older brother. I think he sees him as a savior and gained like Stockholm syndrome from it. And like actually loves it. Not Stockholm syndrome, I guess that would be like your own captor.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
But like he views him as like, oh my god, I love you. Like not even like a real love, but like a delusional, you shouldn't be feeling this way. All he was doing was helping you love.
This is a very interesting perspective that I never considered even once. It's very interesting.
That baffles me, but yeah. So like, that's why I don't think he's like full on gay. I think Bucky's like the exception that he would do it for.
And that's why Captain America won't have a child who will be a young Avenger, which is
Captain
how this
Captain
entire
America.
conversation started.
No, he won't have a child. He's dying before he gets a chance, and he doesn't like Sharon Carter. That's his only love interest. They're gonna have a sexless marriage.
Oh my god. The Hulk can't have kids because his semen's full of gamma rays, and his only person that is interested in him is sterile.
Yeah, they're super off the table.
I wanted to make a cartoon where it's like the scene where they're talking with each other in the bedroom, and I keep wanting to call her Widowmaker. That's Overwatch. Black Widow is like, oh, I'm sterile, and I want to like go into Bruce's mind and have him be like, bro, go for it. There's no risk. Go for it. I want to make a cartoon like that.
God damn it! I'll still never get over how grossed out I was when it was in Age of Ultron, where she's like, "Not all of us can fly." When Tony Stark was just like, "Where's Widow?" and he's like, "Hey, stop playing hide the zucchini." And I wanted to puke. It made me so uncomfortable to think. Like, I could only imagine what that would do to her.
I mean, his
Like,
dick's probably the size of my arm.
Like, assuming it grows proportionally to the rest of his body, that went from tiny Bruce Banner scientist
You
legs
better
to
hope he's got like a
fucking Hulk
micro
out.
penis and
That's the
almost
only way she's living this.
But like, I don't know. I mean, maybe she's probably like, as a spy, had to hide things up there.
Yeah, but
So
not
maybe
a
it's-
fucking like missile.
Maybe. Maybe like a canister with like a map on it. She just kind of had to.
I think by canister you mean a small suitcase.
Here's the thing. Like width wise, it's probably a little smaller than a baby. So like, It could fit. It would just be uncomfortable. You know?
I doubt it. I really doubt it. Like, even assuming he's like, let's just say he's average.
Okay.
I can't tell how high, how big he grew.
He gets to be, I think
he's like 8
he's about
to 12
10
feet tall.
If he stood straight up, I think he's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, but I'm thinking growing out that way. Like, so the girth of the penis.
So let's use our fractions or our
So I'm thinking like his
proportions.
arms. He went from no muscle to stacked.
Yeah.
Right? And the penis is nothing but a muscle.
Yeah. It's just like a flexed arm.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm imagining.
I imagine the head is probably the size of my fist.
I imagine it bigger. I really do.
I think like erect, it's probably like here.
I really think it's probably about the size of your leg.
What's the I don't think so. I honestly don't think it's...
Not length, but girth.
Oh, like the size of my thigh?
Yeah, like
so would you say from my hip...
not your upper thigh, but somewhere between mid-thigh to your knees.
You're talking
Yeah,
width-wise.
somewhere-
It's about the size of my thigh.
like
okay.
girth-wise.
So then lengthwise...
No, not
I know,
width,
no,
like
I'm
full on circumference.
I know what
Okay,
I know. I
okay,
got
okay.
that. Now, I'm talking lengthwise. How long do you think it would be erect? About this size from my hip to my knee?
See, that's hard to judge because once again, it's like a muscle, so it should grow proportionally to the rest of his muscles, not necessarily to his height.
Huge wang, bro. Look at that shit.
I'm not saying it's going to be that long. I'm saying like proportionally.
What's the biggest dick in the world?
Like 13 inches.
That's more than 13 inches.
Yeah, that's like 2 feet. What you're doing.
Yeah.
13
So like,
inches, like
I feel like
actually yours is about 1.5 feet. Imagine you put a foot long on your leg, like a Subway sandwich.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It'd
Yeah.
be like about there. So yeah, 1.5 feet. I think erect he would probably be about 14 inches.
I think erect, regardless of how long he is, the second he tried to penetrate her, he would rip her vagina.
Just like,
And that's the end of the podcast.
oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
This is fun. This is fun time. I really want to like look up. I guarantee we could find a theory on that somewhere.
I thought you were gonna say porn. For the
I know we could find porn on that. Oh my god.
This was beyond enough for me already.
I did come across a video where they just painted the guy green.
Oh my god.
They just painted him green, and it was clearly coming off, and it was like, ew.
So
It's very bizarre.
I think the ones that piss me off are sometimes I get turned on by Superman because, I mean, come on, it's Superman.
Yeah, I guess.
But when I look up like Superman porn, they don't even try to find fit people, and sometimes they're not even white, which isn't like that big of a deal. Like
It's
not
just like
that,
a black Superman.
It's not. Yeah, it's just more of like you go in with like a Superman fetish, so you want Superman. You don't want Pablo.
You want the
from
curly
down the
hair.
street.
You want the
Yeah, like-
strong jaw.
Like a black-haired white guy,
7
that's
feet
super
tall.
fucking stacked and polite,
and floating in the air.
and that can pound you at light speed. But instead, you get like a middle-aged Hispanic guy with like a cheap Superman suit, and it's just like I just don't know what.
Oh my god.
Shut up, kid.
That's so funny.
Can we be done now?
Okay. What's Superman's catchphrase? Does he have a catchphrase?
He doesn't have a catchphrase.
I was just imagining like,
He just has a stoic
I'm Senior Superman.
No, he looks like someone they just found off the streets
Well, yeah, it's
that was just out there smoking. And they were like, put this on. You want to do porn? You could fuck her. And he's like, yeah, sure. And like he just goes in and he does porn.
You're Superman, by the way. Okay. Give him
Like
a
not
red
an
cape.
illegal Hispanic.
give him
Like
a-
he just is brown. Damn
Well,
it.
you said, well, I don't know.
God damn it. He didn't have an accent. He didn't even get a talk. He just is there.
I could just
He used to say, don't look up Superman porn unless you know what you're doing, because you will be disappointed and let down.
oh my god.
That's all I got to contribute to the story anymore.
This is I'm gonna have fun coming up with a title for this podcast.
Captain America gay?
Oh, there it is. Perfect. That'll be nice clickbait
Yeah.
for all 16 of our
Just
viewers.
like what the Marvel directors do with Captain America sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
This would be nice to bring the gays in. She even did, like, she went so far as to, like, the Infinity War posters. She was so convinced that they were gay baiting or queer baiting that she looked at everyone else's poses, like, between guys and girls, and they were like, did you know Captain America is the only guy that poses with a back look to where it's a picture of his ass and he looks over his shoulder? And she was like, that's fucking queer baiting.
It is? Oh, I'm
All the
sorry.
other guys are just like standing. You see their front. They're posing like superhero landings.
Yeah.
And Captain America is doing one of these.
Easy.
He's over here like this, looking back.
Well, he's... Which poster?
It was for the Infinity Wars.
Oh. Well, now I have to see it, because
Because it's like a specific one. When they release like a whole drop of a bunch of hero individual posters.
And it was only that poster? Because I feel like if it was through every poster, then yeah, but I feel like it's only that poster.
You gotta remember, this is the first movie he was in after Civil War. And
Honestly,
that's where it was like really hit.
there's more sexual tension between Stark and Stark and Cap than there are. I mean, barely. Come on. I don't think so. I think you're all seeing what you want to see.
I'm seeing
Or
what they
maybe-
put in front of me.
Or maybe I'm blind to the world. I don't know.
Yeah, Captain America doing a look back.
But no, I think Tony Stark and Captain America have a lot more sexual tension than Bucky and Cap do.
Well, I think they just have actual tension. I think that if they ever had sex, it would just be hate fucking. It'd be terrible.
Yeah, it would. Ugh. Just his iron dick. Have you seen that?
Gross.
Have you seen that post where it's like an old Captain America comic where he's talking to Tony, and it's back when, oh shit, it's like look up Captain America, Tony Stark. You need some tough dick from Iron Man.
I just want you to look at all these individual posters.
I'm just gonna leave everybody on that cliffhanger. I just dropped.
Look at every single guy's picture,
Okay.
and then look at Winter Soldier and Captain America's.
Anybody listening to this, I hope you knew what I was talking about. Do you even know what I'm talking about when I was saying
No.
that? Okay, I'll have to show it to you later.
Captain America's at the top, Bucky's at the bottom left. Every other guy is a forward-facing shot doing
Not Thor.
something. Where's Thor?
He's right below.
What's he doing?
Right above Bucky. He's like doing the opposite pose of Bucky.
Well,
You're
Thor's
wrong.
fucking hot too, so that's probably why they did it.
But yeah, I mean, I guess there's got to be a reason for it, like an actual reason for it.
Like, I don't know, getting gays to go to the movies.
Perhaps Bucky and Cap have turned their back on America.
But they're always looking back.
They're, I guess I don't know.
I'll grasp it.
Oh, whatever.
They did the same pose for Mantis looking back, but and Okoye.
What was the
Thor's
name?
like full on pirate eye.
What was the name of the general? The Wakanda general?
M'Baku.
Not him. The girl.
Oh, Okoye.
Oh, Okoye? Okay, yeah, okay. I always forget her name.
Yeah, you could just say Michonne.
Wait,
It's probably fine.
wait, hang on. I gotta show you this, and I gotta get your reaction. Because I'm actually really surprised you've never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
Some solid dick from Iron Man. So back in the day, solid dick meant you need... Here, just look at this.
Oh, I have seen it.
Yeah!
Hey, maybe you need some solid dick from an iron. Yeah, I do, Shellhead. Yeah, I
But
do.
like back then, a solid dick meant like some stern talk or whatever. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's fucking funny. Oh, So,
fucking
what do we talk about on this podcast? We talked about Captain America's actually gay.
You admitted it.
Whatever.
Captain America's
maybe
bi,
it's,
but only. I even willing to say he's straight, but only gay for Bucky.
Captain America. I'll give you that one.
I'm gonna say that.
I'll give you that. And Hulk's penis is the size of my leg.
Terrifying. If not the length, at least the girth is scary.
I mean, everybody's thought of it at one point.
The second you see him rip up and all his clothes fall off, but luckily his pants stay on.
Yeah, you're just
know
like,
what people are thinking.
Nice try, Marvel.
And then Thor Ragnarok just did away with the pants altogether, and you're just like, oh, I feel you, Thor. Look away. Disgusting.
When the Hulk jumps all the way up in the air, Thor's just like, oh, fucking goddamn it. It's all flopping around. It's like a bell.
Oh, ew. I wasn't even thinking about the balls. Oh, my God.
Those have to be like the size of two of my fists.
That's just a terrifying thought now. And, like, he keeps hair. And I don't imagine that he's shaved on Sakaar at all ever.
Yeah. Probably not.
That's 2 years of pubes. Can we do done?
Yeah, on that note, we're gonna end it here.
I kind of hope you cut that out. I don't want to ever relive that.
I won't. It's quality content. Hope you guys enjoyed.
I hope you didn't. That's terrifying if you did.
We'll see you on the 14th episode, which might be next week. We decided that, didn't we?
We might be filming it tomorrow, I think is what he meant to say.
So it'll be next week.
Yeah.
So
I'll let you know if something comes up. And if something does come up, you'll know because you won't get an episode next week.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
It rains.